Quý vị đang xem chương trình của Tin Vui Media, tiếng nói của những nhà truyền thông Công giáo.
Ugh, what am I going to do with all these? Gosh, there's a million of them to do, as if life wasn't busy enough as it was. Even if I were to get in, can I even afford to pay for it? Am I even cut out for college? Ugh, I don't know what to do next.
Yeah, no. I'm just not getting it. The DAT's tomorrow, but I just don't get it. I need a 22. 17 isn't high enough. Do I even want to do this? I don't even want to be a dentist, but will my family be happy with me? I don't know what to do for a career anymore. What's next?
Hello everyone and greetings from Maryland. My name is Dương Nguyệt Ánh. I'm going to be one of the speakers at the upcoming youth event in July 22nd. I hope you come and I look forward to sharing with you my journey, the story of my journey, the potholes, the speed bumps that I have run into, and what I had to do in order to climb out of those potholes. And in the meantime, hopefully you'll think of some questions you might want to ask me when we meet one another. Okay? See you then.
Hey, how's it going? Hoan Do here, inspirational speaker, author, and city finalist in NBC's American Ninja Warrior. I just want to film this quick video because I'm so excited to be speaking at the Vietnamese Youth Empowerment Day on Saturday, July 22nd, while I'll be sharing practical advice that will help you to succeed in school and in life. I look forward to meeting you in person. In the meantime, I wish you all the best.
Hi, my name is Jeff Lilley. I'm with Seattle's Union Gospel Mission, and I'm looking forward to being with you guys on Saturday. Work at the mission, and at the mission we go out to some of the darkest, messiest places in our community and love on people and bring light and love to some of the people that are a little bit forgotten in our society. Going to talk a little bit about that, so hopefully going to see you there on Saturday and looking forward to it.
Hi everyone, my name's Long and I'm excited to see you next Saturday, July 22nd at Vietnamese Youth Empowerment Day. I'm a local kid from White Center and I'm looking forward to telling you more about my really difficult decision to leave finance to pursue my passion in education. So I look forward to hearing your questions. I'm excited to meet you and I hope to see you next week at Vietnamese Youth Empowerment Day.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Richie. I make YouTube videos and I started off doing a lot of cultural content and now I do a lot of stuff about sneakers and fashion. Basically what it boils down to is helping out the youth with their confidence and what they're going through. But July 22nd, I will be there. Youth Empowerment Day. Make sure you guys come with any questions that you have about new media in the digital field. I'll definitely answer them to the best of my ability. But I really want it to overall be an interactive experience for you guys. Have a lot of fun. You know, maybe I might come through with our merch collection for you guys, some clothes and some giveaways, but that's pretty much it. July 22nd, Saturday, or is that a Sunday? I'm not too sure. July 22nd though, I will be there. So shout out to you guys. Can't wait to meet everybody. Peace.
Xin trân trọng kính chào quý khán thính giả của Tin Vui Media. Kính thưa quý vị, tiếp theo Đại hội Giới Trẻ Công giáo Việt Nam kỳ 5 BYC5 thứ Bảy ngày 22 tháng 7 năm 2017 vừa qua, lần đầu tiên nhóm Giới Trẻ Công giáo Việt Nam tại Giáo xứ các Thánh Từ đạo Việt Nam, Tổng giáo phận Seattle đã tổ chức ngày hướng nghiệp cho các bạn trẻ trong và ngoài giáo xứ Vietnamese Youth Empowerment Day, với sự hiện diện của các thuyết trình viên đặc biệt như khoa học gia Dương Nguyệt Ánh, ông Jeff Lilley, Chủ tịch Seattle's Union Gospel Mission, anh Đỗ Hoan, anh Phan Long và anh Richie. Từ kinh nghiệm bản thân vượt qua bao hành trình gian nan và đạt thành công trong cuộc sống hiện tại, các thuyết trình viên đã giúp hàng trăm bạn trẻ tham dự buổi hướng nghiệp có buổi gặp gỡ thật hữu ích để tự định hướng đi tương lai cho riêng mình. Chúng tôi hy vọng sẽ lần lượt giới thiệu với quý vị nội dung của ngày hướng nghiệp này, với ước mong giúp người trẻ Công giáo khắp nơi có thể tìm thấy kinh nghiệm hữu ích từ những gương thành công. Trong chương trình hôm nay, chúng tôi xin gửi đến quý vị một phần chia sẻ của thuyết trình viên anh Đỗ Hoan, American Ninja Warrior.
Quý ông bà, con thấy có quý ông bà đây, cô chú bác và tất cả các anh chị em. Con tên là Cần, một trong những anh em tổ chức cái cuộc hội thảo của hôm nay. Xin hân hoan chào đón tất cả quý vị. For our non-Vietnamese speaking folks, good morning. My name is Gan, and I'm one of the organizers here for this event. And it is my honor to welcome you all to this event. We have 5 very amazing speakers here with us today from very different disciplines. They are going to be sharing with you their path and their road to success and their struggles as well too. And we encourage you all to participate in this discussion by thinking about questions that you may want to ask our speaker after each of them have presented a little bit about themselves. But before we begin, I would like to invite Thánh to come up and share a few words with all of us.
Xin chào đón tất cả quý ông bạn chị em và đặc biệt các bạn trẻ tới với Chúa xứ. It's our great honor and joy to welcome you here to our parish. This is the first session of we call Youth Empowerment Day, right? We hope that this is the first, and also we have more later, right? So our parish we call the Vietnamese model parish. We want to build our culture, our tradition, and also our religious ministry here. We want to combine everything and really welcome people from far everywhere. So you are welcome here. And it's a great joy for us to see many faces here who are very eager to come to serve the parish. I'm very proud of our organizers. They are very active in the parish, especially through the last BYC5. You have done that. We big applause. And the spirit should continue in these coming years. So I'm excited to have our famous speakers here. Can you stand up? Cô Nguyệt Ánh, Dương Nguyệt Ánh. Yes, you know. Very successful and very generous to come to support us at this talk, and beside us is her husband. So we welcome. Thank you for coming. And next we have Mr. Jeff Lilley. He's from Union Gospel Mission. Next, and Hoan Do. Where are you? And Hoan? Yeah, he's back there. This is a famous, like the movie star too, right? And Lao Phan, are you here? Oh, yes. Welcome, Phan. And Richie Lee. Thank you. So today we have the first session with Hoan, and the next we have the panel discussion, right? And here you are welcome. We have the big facility, but we have some direction from the organizers. So again, it's my joy, my thanks to all of you for coming to be with us today, and may the Lord bless our day, our time, our discussion together. Xin tất cả chúng ta cùng chào đón nhau một lần nữa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chad. And our first speaker, our keynote speaker, has been speaking professionally for over 9 years now. Hoan Do, a good friend of mine, has spoken across America and is an acclaimed author, the recipient of the Verizon Wireless Motivator Award, and a competitor in the NBC hit show, what is it? American Ninja Warrior. And in addition to speaking, Hoan enjoys constantly being mistaken for a college student. He's very young. And recognized as the best mentor by the International Examiner. Please help me welcome my good friend, Mr. Hoan Do.
I'm curious, by show of hands, how many seen American Ninja Warrior? How many have not? For those who haven't, it's okay. It's a very intense obstacle course race show that airs on NBC. It has people doing crazy things, like running up 14-foot curved walls or flying through the air. It's week before flying down to California to compete, and I decided I'm gonna go practice on a trampoline because they have a lot of them on the show, and it's been forever since I've been on one. So I live down in Federal Way. I went to a place called Trampoline Nation. Have you guys been there? Okay. So I go to this place, I'm jumping on the trampoline. Instantly, I start getting scared. I'm like, dude, just take it slow. As I'm thinking that, I hear all these kids screaming. I look to my right, this kid's jumping 5-10 feet in the air, no fear. I look to my left, this girl's doing backflips effortlessly on the trampoline. In that moment, I thought to myself, forget taking it slow. I need to do something really cool, really quick. Otherwise, these little kids are about to show me up. So I noticed this trampoline's on the side of the wall, it's slanted diagonally, so you can run, bounce off the wall, bounce back. In my head, I was thinking, that is way too basic. I'm about to be a ninja warrior, I must do something way cooler. So in my head, I was thinking, I float over, I kick off this wall, I flip, I land gracefully, look cool, impress these kids. I run towards the wall, I kick off the wall, and as I spin around, to my surprise, I land on the main trampoline, it sinks down a foot. I fly forward, and as I fly forward, I snap my ankle. In that moment, I thought to myself, OMG, you've got to be kidding. Now, the reason why I share this story with you is because I feel that's a lot like life. You may not want to compete on American Ninja Warrior, but maybe for you, it's getting a 4.0 during the school year. Maybe for you, it's figuring out what you want to do or getting accepted to your dream college. Maybe it's getting that leadership position, part of that club that you're a part of. Or maybe for you, your goal is simply saying hello to that cute girl or guy that you noticed while registering. You laugh because you know it's true. Regardless of what your goals are, as you pursue them, what I want you to realize is you're going to encounter OMG moments in your life. And your ability to succeed doesn't come down to your age, your skin color, your background, what you have or what you don't have, but it rather comes down to the decisions that you make in life. In a short time together, I just want to share 2 decisions you made, I believe, that will support you to help you succeed in school and in life. Now, before we begin, I want to be very upfront. I want you to know I'm not here as a speaker to lecture to you. Why? Because it's never fun for someone to talk at you. You've been there. You sit in class. What happens? Teacher talks at you. You get in trouble with your parents. What happens? They talk at you. You get in trouble with babe. What happens? They talk at you. It's not fun. So in our time together, I want you to think of me less of a speaker, but more as a friend. You know, like a funny, cool, amazingly good-looking, and humble friend that's just here to have a conversation. But to have a conversation, you need at least how many people? Help me out. 2. So many times I'm going to be asking you questions. If it relates to you, feel free to yell out an answer. Other times I might ask you to raise your hands. If it relates to you, feel free to raise your hand. Why? Because if we can have a conversation where we go back and forth, I guarantee you we'll have a lot more fun. It'll take more away from our time together, and it'll fly by a lot quicker. So if you're up for making this less of a lecture, but more of a conversation, do me a favor, raise your right hands like this, and say, OMG. OMG. Can't believe you guys did that. No, JK. So I know we have a wide range of people here from all across the state, I believe, and people from this church, outside this church. We have students here, middle school, high school, college. We have parents here, adults, and regardless of where you fall into that spectrum, is it fair to say that life can be stressful sometimes, yes or no? And here's the thing, the common advice I hear is that when you're stressed out, is that the key is to always have a positive attitude. Now, if you've heard that advice before, do me a favor, cross your arms like this. Look to the person next to you and be like, man, I heard that before. Now, here's the thing. I want you to know that is the worst advice ever. Why? Because it's easier said than done. Have you ever had one of those weeks in school where anything that could go wrong goes wrong? It's Sunday night, you're like, dude, I am exhausted. Being involved in different things in school, responsibilities with family, all these things, jobs, volunteering, I'm tired, I need a break. So you decide to go to sleep early. It's 9 o'clock, you close your eyes open. Totally forgot to write that paper. You will pull an all-nighter. You whip this out, you go to class, you turn it in, you are so tired. Your eyes are so heavy, you can barely keep it open. You go to your next class, get back your test scores, you absolutely bombed the test. Not only are you tired now, you're upset. You go to your next class, teacher yells out, pop quiz. For real? Oh. You're tired, you're upset now, you're stressed out. You sit down at lunch, friend sees you, being the good friend they are, they try to cheer you up. Hey man, you okay? No. Well, all you need to do is have a positive attitude. You're thinking, man, all you need to do is shut up. Because that's not helping my situation right now, okay? You see, for me, I believe having a positive attitude all the time isn't realistic. One, because it's easier said than done. But number two is oftentimes we think that we have to have everything together. I think that's farthest from the truth. Why? Because too many people, when I speak at schools, will often put on this front. They put on this mask like, man, I'm cool, I'm good. But inside, they know things aren't. I realized where, I remember back my senior year in college, my best friend and I were living together. And when he came home from class, I knew something was wrong. Why? Boom! Door slammed shut. He walks from, he takes his textbooks, he throws it against the wall. I turn around. Chris, you okay? I'm fine! Obviously, you are. I then noticed on the ground his cell phone broken in half. I'm thinking, bro, if that's what you do when you're feeling fine, let me know when you're feeling awesome. Because I don't want none of my stuff near you, okay? After talking for a couple minutes, this one, school's kicking my butt. My girlfriend and I have been fighting. My parents and I have been talking. Life's challenging. And I want to share with you is if you're going through a challenging time, realize it's okay. Rather than trying to always be positive and pretend that everything's okay, what's more important is that you decide to have the right attitude. What that means is when things happen in life, you always acknowledge how you feel. For example, how many of this last school you felt a little overwhelmed because you had a lot of things on your plate? Show of hands. I want you to know, it's okay to feel overwhelmed. Who here is a little stressed out because you have no idea what you want to do, if you want to go to college, where you want to go to college, or what you want to do in life? Show of hands. I want you to know, it's okay to feel stressed out. The reason why, we're all like soda cans. What happens, we go throughout the year, life shakes us up. Right? You have that one difficult class, it shakes you up. If something happens between you and your friends, or something happens back with your family, it shakes you up. And the challenge is that too many people hold in that carbonation inside their personal soda can. Think about it. When you shake up a soda can, and you don't release the carbonation, what eventually happens when you eventually open it? It explodes. And unfortunately, that's what happens to many people. So if you're going through a tough time, realize it's okay. Acknowledge how you feel. So how do you do that? Maybe for you like listening to music. Maybe for you, it's talking to a friend. Maybe it's talking to a mentor. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's exercising. Whatever it is, make sure to release that carbonation in your soda can. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Does that make sense? Yes or no? Yes. All right. So second thing, don't make it worse than it is. You guys know it. Something bad happens, like, dude, this is the worst day ever. But when you give it some time, it's not that bad. The third, last step you want to do is that if things are not going ideally, not going right, then you want to make sure you see things the way some want it and then do something about it. So for example, if you have a gym time with a certain class, rather than just complaining, maybe it's going to tutoring, maybe it's getting help from your teacher. Just make sure if you want things to change, you must first change. Now some are thinking right now, I gotta have the right attitude, that's awesome, makes sense. But let's be real. I've noticed everybody talks how important having a great attitude is, but no one shows you how to change it when times are tough. Right? Oh dude, I have a positive attitude, things are going ideal, I got straight A's, things are going well with my friends, but when things aren't ideal, dude, how do I change my attitude? And that's my problem. That's my thing. Everyone talks about it, but no one shows you how to have it. So rather than being one of those people, I want to give you a technique you can use. Something that you use in your life today that when times are tough, you can change your attitude. This technique is called changing the station. Imagine this. You get a tough week in school. In the car, guess what? You listen to songs on the radio, maybe you listen to Pandora. You notice it's your favorite song. What are you going to do? Sing. You start singing. Turn it up. You start dancing, you feel good, the stress disappears. The next song that pops on though is a horrible, annoying, whack song that absolutely kills the mood. I'm curious, are you going to continue listening or are you going to change the station? What are you going to do? Help me out, guys. This is the interactive part. What are you going to do? Change station. Well, here's the thing. Whether you know it or not, we all have stations up here in our heads. Oftentimes, though, it plays whack songs. Songs that say this. You can't do that because you're not smart enough. You can't do that because you're not old enough. Because you're not pretty enough. Because you're not popular enough. Because you're not athletic enough. You can't do that because you're not something enough. And unfortunately, in life, we're not taught how to change that station up here in our heads. You see, for me, part like all of you, where my family immigrated from the Vietnam War. My dad, who's a fighter pilot with the Republic of Vietnam alongside the United States. War is over. He was forced into a re-education camp for 4 years until my mom broke him out. We came to the United States, lived here in Washington. My family lived in Hilltop, Tacoma, when it was a very dangerous place. And growing up, we didn't have much. But I didn't recognize that because of the love that our parents gave my older brother and me. So growing up, all I wanted to do was succeed to make them proud and to take care of them when I'm older. Going into high school, I went to Decatur High School down in Federal Way. Things from the outside looked perfect. I was a 3.7 GPA student. I was ranked top 10 in wrestling. I got accepted to go to Pepperdine University down in Malibu, California. I was prom king, all that stuff. What people did see, I was depressed. Why? Because my whack song was out. I was never good enough. You see, for me, I struggled with pre-calculus. And I remember I went to tutoring. I got help after school, connected with my teacher, but no matter what I did, I just didn't get it. And all I could think about was, dude, what's wrong with me? All of a sudden I hear, boom, Juan, it's because you're not good enough. Going to the state tournament wrestling, I won my first match, I lost my first match, I'm on to my second match. So if I win, I continue, I advance in the tournament. If I lose, it's over. Because the third round, guy was on the top, I was on the bottom. All I need to do to win was to break his grip. I get the 1 point, I win. 3, 2, 1. I stand up, I break his grip. Ref raises my hand, I'm excited, I run off the mat, getting ready for the next match. All of a sudden, he yells my name. I turn around. With no explanation, he takes the point back. Comes back, now we're in overtime, so the first person who scores wins. We stand in the center of the mat, he blows a whistle, I step back, I shoot it. As I shoot it, I miss. Guy gets on top of me. He gets the 2 points and he wins. I remember I was sitting on the side of the mat, had tears rolling down both cheeks. And all I could think about was what went wrong. I started thinking about all the early mornings. I go lift weights before school started. Thought about all the late nights paid after practice to drill. All the weekends I gave up not hanging out with friends. As I sat there crying, I was thinking, what went wrong? And all of a sudden I hear, boom, Juan, it's because you're not good enough. I remember I had different moments throughout school where I had suicidal thoughts. Why? Because if I'm never going to be good enough, why should I continue trying? Fortunately, there was a caring adult that reached out to me. This adult helped me to realize that that whack song on my station wasn't true. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because we all have whack songs playing in our stations. I'm curious which ones are playing in yours. Is your whack song about your ability to do well in a certain class? Maybe your whack song is about a relationship in your life, someone in your family or a friend. Or maybe your whack song is about your future. Whatever it is, what I've realized that these songs were written by something that happened in our past. You see, maybe someone said something to you. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you had a setback in your life. What I want you to realize is the past is the past. You can't change that. But what you can change is everything moving forward. Why? Because your past does not predict your future. The mistakes you made do not define who you are. And your setbacks in life do not determine your future success. What does? It's you making that conscious decision to change your station when it's playing that whack song. So here's the thing, the next time you're feeling yourself, have that negative self-talk going through your head, you have that doubt, that fear, you need to change your attitude, this is how you do it. You say, hold up, that is whack. Now some of you are sitting here like, no one, that was whack. And I know it's silly, but it works for two reasons. Number one, it's so silly it makes you laugh. When you laugh, do you feel better, yes or no? You say when you feel better, you can think clearer and make better decisions than when you're stressed out. Because how many would agree, by show of hands, when you're stressed out, sometimes you say things and you do things you do not intentionally mean. Right? So you feel better, think clearer, better decisions. Second reason why it works though is that it's so random. It will make you temporarily forget about what's stressing you out. For example, have you had one of those days in school, you talk with a friend, and as you're talking with them, you notice out of the corner of your eye is that cute girl or guy from your classes. As you're talking to your friend, you can't help but realize is that your head is slowly moving over so you can appreciate the beauty that is in front of you. Your friends talk to you, you don't hear a single word. Has it ever happened, buddy, here? Show of hands. For the three of you who raised your hands, thank you for your honesty. For those who did not, you're straight liars. Now, JK. No, not really. So here's the thing. When you say, hold up, that is whack, that's like you changing the station in a car or your Pandora. But here's the thing is that you change the station, you want to make sure you play a new song, one that you actually like. So how do you do that in real life? Simply you say, hold up, that is whack, because the truth is, then you give yourself a reason why that negative self-talk isn't true. So going back to my story, right, my ankle's swollen up the size of a softball. It was a week before competing on Ninja Warrior. And I said, well, you're such an idiot. How'd you mess up this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? I had all these whack songs going through my head. And I'll tell you, one thing I realized is no matter how difficult the situation is, there's two things you can always control. How many things? Two. It's how you react to something and what you choose to do about it. If you focus on things that you can't control, people talking behind your back, other people applying for a certain position you are, it's easy to find yourself upset and feel like a victim. But when you focus on what you can't control, you take responsibility for your situation. So in the moment I had all this negative self-talk going through my head, I was thinking, I need to change my station. So I was like, hold up, that is whack, because the truth is, man, I eat prawns like this for breakfast. And when I said it out loud, I was like, yeah, I do. Because in that moment, I thought about a memory when I was at wrestling practice. I threw this guy, and he fell on me. He left his mouth open. So he fell on my face, busted my face open, went to the hospital, and sewed half my face back up. I was thinking, dude, that is way worse than snapping my ankle. See, I know some of you think, it's silly, and you're right, it is. But the reason why this technique works is that you say, hold up, that is whack. It'll make you laugh so that you can take a mental step back, go into your long-term memory, and remind yourself of the amazing things that you've already done in your life. I know I don't know you personally, but what I do know is that you've been through some challenges in your life. Is that fair to say, yes or no? You've also overcome some challenges in your life, yes or no? And the thing is, when we're stressed out, we forget forget about all that. Right? Oh, dude, I didn't study for this test. I'm totally gonna bomb this test. Oh my gosh, you'll bring late for this interview. They're totally not gonna hire me because they think, I don't come on time, leave this bad impression. When we're stressed out, we usually focus only on the problem, and we forget about the amazing things that we've done. So this isn't about positive thinking. What it is about is taking a moment to acknowledge the amazing things you've done and drawing on those experiences to give yourself the confidence to deal with present-day challenges. Because you might be having that stressful time in school, you think, dude, this is so stressful, I don't think I can make it. But you're like, hold up, that is whack, because the truth is, I remember last school year. That was way more stressful right now. If I could make it through last year, I know I can make it through this year. Maybe for you, you're going through a relationship challenge. It's someone you care about, you think, this is too painful. But you're like, hold up, that's whack, because the truth is, even though this is painful, I realized in the past when people are committed, you can find a way to make it work. Again, it's not about positive thinking. It's just you take a moment and remember awesome things that you've already done. Now, here's what's crucial. When you change the station, you play that new song, you have to constantly give yourself reminders why that negative self-talk isn't true. Why this thing about when we beat ourselves up, oh, you're stupid, how'd you make that mistake again? You're so dumb. We hear it over and over again, and we start feeling it. So on the flip side, you gotta make sure you keep playing new songs, new things to negate that negative self-talk. Good example, I mean, think about it. If you're listening to a whack song, like a Justin Bieber song, if you change the station one time, the song will still be stuck in your head. Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I'm missing more than just your vibe. Don't pretend like you don't know the lyrics. So you gotta keep changing the station. So back to my story, my ankle's swelling up. I realized I did it one time, I felt better, but I had to keep on going. So I was like, man, hold up. That is whack, because the truth is, I will handle this. Hold up. That is whack, because the truth is, the bigger the setback, man, the bigger the comeback. And here's the thing, when I got to say these things out loud, I started remembering all the challenges I've overcome. I was like, I've been through suicidal thoughts, I've been through massive injuries, I've been through family challenges, I've been through so much in my life. If I've been through all that, I know I can make it through this ankle injury. It paled into comparison from what I went through. So I said, you know what, I can still compete. Within 4 days, we did physical therapy, cool laser therapy, acupuncture, you name it. By the end of the week, I was able to walk and jog. We went into the show, made it to the city finals, which was aired on national television. Now, I share this not to impress you, but to impress upon you, this technique works. Don't take my word for it, though. I want you to try it out for yourself. Right now, I want you to think about, what is that whack song playing in your station as we're sitting here at the Vietnamese Youth Empowerment Day? Now, I want you to repeat after me. Hold up. Hold up. That is whack. Man, that effort was whack. Real talk. Scale from 1 to 10, 10 being, as a group, we gave it all the energy we had. 1 being, did not even try. Is it fair to say that that was not a 10, yes or no? Yeah. Important follow-up question, why not? Simply like, Juan, it's too early, I'm tired. Juan, I wasn't ready. Juan, I came here to make friends, not lose friends. I can respect all that. I've done this all across the world, elementary school kids, grown adults. And what I've realized, the reason why people don't give it all the effort is, man, I look silly, that's stupid. And I said, well, why are you being stupid? And the real reason why people don't give it all out is because the fear of being judged. And what I share with you is, unfortunately in life, we're always going to be judged. What is fortunate is we have the ability to let go of other people's thoughts. The difficult part, when people say, dude, don't care what other people think, it's like saying, dude, have a positive attitude. It's easier said than done. So what's really helped me to let go of people's thoughts is about flexing that muscle called courage. What do I mean? Anything that's important to you, asking someone out on that date, applying for that school you want to, applying for that job, that leadership position, is going to require you to break out of your comfort cocoon. And once you think about that thing that scares you, it's going to be scary. When you do it, it's going to be scary. After you do it, it's going to be scary. The more times you do that thing that's outside your comfort zone, it's like doing more repetitions. The stronger your muscle gets, and the lighter that weight gets. So here's the thing. I'm going to give you a second chance. But my challenge to you is you have to commit to give it a level 10 effort. Are you guys up for that challenge, yes or no? Yes. Whoa, your enthusiasm was overwhelming. Are you guys up for that challenge, yes or no? Yes. All right, so here's the thing, to get the full effect of the technique, step 1, without talking, stand up. Step 2, you must include the hand motion. This is critical for this to work. Bonus step, extra credit, go and insert a little attitude. If you can hear me clap once, let me clap twice. All right, quick question. Did that feel a little silly, yes or no? Yes! Right. Most of us, yes. Some of us, no. With that being said, I'm curious, do you feel better? Whether it's more awake, more relaxed, more energy, better overall mood than we did just a couple seconds ago, yes or no? Yes! Here's my thing. I believe life can be really complicated. I like to make life simpler. And personally for me, I'm like, I'd rather feel silly for a brief moment, be like, wow, I feel less stressed out. I feel that I have more confidence to handle the situation in front of me and go on with my day than being like, oh man, I'm too cool for this, and continue being stressed out. You feel me? So if you're going through a tough time, just make sure to change station. If you have a friend going through a tough, change their station. Parents in the room who were involved in exercise, some of you are like, I'm not sure what to do, but I'll just do it. If all of a sudden your kids come up to you, give you some blame excuse, oh man, sorry, I'm going to lab tonight. Oh, ouch, that is whack. It's universal, you can use it in many different ways. Now, in addition to having the right attitude, I think what's crucial to help you succeed in school and life is to make sure you pursue what you're passionate about. Because here's the thing with Vietnamese culture, it's challenging where there's a gap, right? Our parents went through a certain thing and then we go through a different thing being born here, and we have realized that too many people I meet, they decide to go to a certain career path, a certain college, certain study, not because they want to, because other people want to for them. And if you're in that boat, I can respect it too, because the same thing for my parents and I. Where growing up, I led a very different path. I didn't want to stay in state for school, decided to go to a non-traditional career path. My parents were worried about it. Of course, like, con có làm tiền được không? And it's just natural. But what shifted for me was when I was overseas in Florence, Italy, I was studying over there, and I had in college, right? High school, suicidal thoughts. College, had another moment of that. And a teacher took me out and says, Juan, you understand, all your parents want for you is for you to be happy. In that moment, a light bulb clicked. All of a sudden, I started realizing, my parents want me to be happy. But you gotta understand, when our parents came over here, they had nothing. And all parents, all they want is for you to do better than they did. To set you up for success, to have things that they didn't have. And all of a sudden it made sense because they said, dude, my parents want to be happy, and to be happy, you gotta be doing well in life. Doing well, you gotta have some money. And what happens is I started knowing our parents' blueprint is like, well, if you want to make money back at home, there's certain professions, you can be a doctor, a lawyer, you'll be respected. And that's when I realized then, we talk about millennials, Generation Z, you guys, is that that's not our priority. It's about making a difference, it's doing something you're passionate about. That's what creates the conflict. And what I realized is that my parents and I, we have a very close relationship, and when we were going through these challenges, the one lesson I learned was to always be open with my parents, to be real with them, because oftentimes, like, man, mom and dad don't understand, and we break that communication. And they want to be part of our lives, but if we don't allow them to be, there's no way they can support us. Sometimes it's like we have that song, like, they just won't understand. They even try to understand my point of view, but you'd be surprised. Because when I spoke to my parents, I said, hey mom, dad, I know you're concerned, but this is something I need to do, right? I need to go outside of college in a different state because this is what I want. Even though they were not the biggest fans, they respected that I had an open conversation. Hey mom, I know, dad, you're saying this because you love me, but I need to give this a try. If it doesn't work out, I promise you I'll try something else, but I need to do this for me. Because the biggest challenge I see is too many people are achieving certain goals, but it's not theirs. What happens is they have this resentment towards their parents, their friends, society, because they're chasing something they don't want. And I think what's crucial is that by chasing something you want, not only will you be happier, but then there's people out there you don't know that are depending on you. You see, I knew back in high school that this was my calling, this was my purpose. 17, I went to a conference like this, I was impacted by this speaker.
And everyone says, I want to make a difference in this world. And for me in that moment, I realized if I were to do this, I could help a lot more people than having tons of one-on-one conversations. So when I went to college, this was my focus, my point of view. I was an economics major. Reason why? Because there's only 37 units of graduating from college. I learned the idea of opportunity cost. 1 hour in the classroom is 1 hour I can't spend speaking. And if I were to take a communications degree, it's great if I get straight A's, but if I don't know how to speak or have that experience, it doesn't mean enough to just have a degree. Both are important. So when I went to college, it was only 37 units. I took surfing, acting, sailing, voice lessons. I traveled overseas. I had a chance to work with the inner city of Detroit, or produce the Dominican Republic, and I speak all from college. By the time I graduated, I worked as a corporate trainer, traveling around speaking 100 to 120 times a year, giving adults 2 to 3 times my age advice in their business, their personal life. But as I was going through this, I knew I wanted to make an impact with youth, sharing advice from a young person to other young people. So I had an idea to write this book. I wrote a book called Succeeding in the Real World, What School Won't Teach You. And I was getting ready to have this book launch at the University of Washington, right before school was over. And the challenge is I didn't know anybody at the university. Number 2 was I selected the day for our event. That was a week before graduation. So everyone's dead week. They're studying, they're not trying to hear the speaker. I was charging students $20 to $40 to attend. And on top of that, I put $1,000 on my credit card, and there's a 700-person auditorium in King Hall, and I didn't know how I was going to fill this experience. When I sent out emails, I had all this support. But then I got this one email from this professor at the University of Washington. He says, Juan, this is really cool what you're doing, but come on, man, let's be real. If you're 21 years old, what can you teach my students that I couldn't teach them? All of a sudden, those wax songs start coming in my head again. See, maybe I'm too young. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. But then, fortunately, a mentor reached out to me. He says, Juan, I'm sorry that you got this nasty email. I want you to imagine that you're running around the recess and you bump into this kid. And in his hands is a newspaper. It says, child's killed. When the newspaper lowers down, you make eye contact with this kid. He says, when I grow up, I'm going to eradicate child slavery. My mentor said, this kid, Juan, was made fun of, he was criticized, but when you fast forward many years later, Craig Kielburger has the largest nonprofit worldwide called Free the Children, educating other children on this issue. He has events all across Canada, United States. I'm sure some of you guys may have been there for We Day. Happens at a key arena. When you talk about Russell Wilson, Macklemore, you name it. Helping you guys to realize you're not the leaders of tomorrow, you're the leaders of today. My mentor said, Juan, Craig Hilbert is impacting millions of kids worldwide. And he says, Juan, whether you know it or not, you will impact millions of students worldwide. They may not know you, but you need to understand they are depending on you. You see, I mentioned earlier, I don't know you personally, but what I do know is you have a unique gift to share. You have a passion. It could be in the arts, in dancing, music. For you, maybe it's in medicine, healthcare, in business, in politics, whatever it is. You have a unique gift and passion that can impact people here in our community, around the state, around the country, and possibly around the world. My hope is you decide to pursue that thing, because whether you know it or not, there's people out there you don't know right now that are depending on you. Now some of you think, dude, how do I figure out what you want to do? Well, I think it's simple. It's like figuring out your style of clothing. You go to the mall, try something on, doesn't fit well, put it on the rack. Go something else, put it on, fits well, not key. Put it back in the rack. Try something else on, looks good, you buy it. It's the same thing with life. Figure out what you want to do. It's like trying on different clothes. The problem is, when you have too many options, oh, I like this, we get overwhelmed. And sometimes you get that pressure from parents like, you don't understand. When I was your age, I didn't have all these options. You're like, that's the problem. Which one do I choose? Think of it as trying on clothes, one thing at a time. You're interested in that club at your school? Go to a meeting. If you like it, continue going to another meeting and another one. You might think like, dude, I always wanted to do this when I grow up, and all of a sudden you take that one class or that volunteer opportunity, you're like, oh my gosh, I absolutely hate this. Realize it's okay to change your mind. Put it back on the rack and try something else on. What's cool is that you get to decide how fast you figure out what you want to do by your willingness to give yourself permission to try different things on and off. And if somebody thinking, oh, Juan, this is great, but what about my parents? open communication. I realize parents might have certain expectations, you might, but I've noticed this. In any type of relationship, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friends, any relationship, problems happen not because you communicate too much. It's because you don't communicate enough. So have that open conversation, that dialogue with the people in your life. If you want to pursue this passion, it's like, man, this is important. You know, I know you're worried about me, that's why you want me to have this backup, but the best way you can support me is give you words of encouragement. Things will work out, I'll figure out a way, I promise. But here's the thing, you can decide. Make sure you pursue your passions, figure out the right outfit for you. Now, as our time winds down, I know I'll be hanging out a little later, but I wanted to let you know that I began speaking because I wanted to share practical information in a way that young people can relate to another young person. More importantly, the reason why I began speaking is I want you guys to know there's people out there that genuinely care, are willing to help, no strings attached. So if there's any way I can support you, please feel free to stay in contact with me at thatisblack.com. For real. Wherever I go, I like to give a little shout out, so I'm going to take a quick video so I can post on Snapchat and on Insta story. Just give me a quick second. I'm going to share a quick dialogue. I'm going to turn to you guys. You guys just make some noise. Sound good? Yeah. How's it going? Hoan Do here at the Vietnamese Youth Empowerment Day with close to 200 amazing students and adults here to make a difference in their lives, but also they're going to take this information to make a difference in their community and the world. Just want to take a moment and give a shout out to all the amazing things that they're doing. Awesome. I'll post it up in a second. Also is, so I know in a moment we're going to have some other amazing individuals here that's going to enlighten you and hopefully inspire you. I'll be around for a brief moment. Unfortunately, I flew in yesterday from New York. I have to fly out in the afternoon again. We're getting prepped up. We're proposing my girlfriend next Tuesday. So we have 4 days to prep up for it. Yeah, so I have to fly out immediately after lunch. So if I don't see you, I apologize. But what I did bring is about these Ninja Warrior postcards. If you want, you can grab one. See me walk around, come by, say hello, give me a high five, a hug, whatever floats your boat. Because I love to meet you before I fly out. Also, as I have a couple of my books here, they'll be wrapping it off. So make sure you stay engaged, ask good questions, connect with one another. I'm not sure exactly how they're giving out the books, but make sure you stay connected to what's happening here so you can win a free book. Now, lastly, is before we end, I want to finish with this. I have 2 $1 bills. They represent us as individuals. I believe that if you're willing to realize that your success is not dependent on your age, background, where you come from, but rather the choices you make. Making sure when you go through a tough time is that you realize I don't have to be always positive. It's about having the right attitude. And for me to make a difference in sport, I need to pursue my passion and figure out that right out. I believe if you're willing to make those choices, your ability to succeed in school and in life will increase 5, 10, or possibly It was awesome hanging out with you guys this morning. Thank you so much. I think they're going to come up to talk about a break. Or is that me? Okay. Chi, welcome up Miss Chi. She's going to give you some information about what's happening next.